Oh yeah.
What engine do you have, Thomas?
Cat C16.
I think we have the same engine.
No, you have a Cummins N14. Unless
No,
you
I have a
changed.
Cat C16.
Did you change your engine since last night?
Yeah, I did.
What trucks?
Okay.
Not since last night. No, the night before I did.
What trucks are your color?
I brought red trucks.
Thomas?
Blue. Blue.
Okay, I'll bring
Blue DVDs, what I brought.
you brought red, I'll bring ketchup. I'll bring mustard.
Alright, yeah, I got the ketchup.
I got the blue dip.
Yeah, the reason I pulled so over the way I did is because then traffic wouldn't slow down next to me. But I guess it didn't matter because you did that anyway.
Well, I couldn't pull over behind you.
I thought you could
Unless
just
I drove
block
around the
on-ramp.
block.
No, you could just block
Why would I
the
do
on-ramp.
that?
Because Dan's not coming up that on-ramp, and Dan's the only traffic that matters.
I was trying to be realistic.
Ah, I see. That would be the problem. You know what's really unrealistic?
What?
When you look out the window of your truck and there's no truck there.
That would be weird. That doesn't happen to me.
Well, that's because you can't stick your head out of the window unless you look backwards. But yeah, if in VR, if you just look out the window, you have no fenders because it doesn't render any of the truck that it doesn't think that the interior view could see.
No, I'm
So no
well aware of how it works,
fenders,
John.
no side steps, no exterior to my door.
Maybe you should just stay in your truck where you belong then.
Sometimes a guy
That's
wants
all.
to stick his head out the window.
Not a truck driver. They're usually so fat they can barely function.
Now and then there's a fit truck driver, okay? And Jackson is one such fellow.
Ooh, that was close.
I was gonna say that didn't sound too good. I got bored of the sound of my four-ways, so I turned them off.
Okay, I am now leaving the parking lot.
Industry is a random honk.
Almost there.
I'm watching you on the map, so.
Da-da-da-da.
Oh, I see a green Peterbilt up there with 3 Kenworths tailgating it. Or no, those are also Peterbilts. I forgot. Because all arrow trucks look the same. I don't tip there.
Hi, yi. African barking spider.
Are you sleeping?
No, I went as soon as Dan passed me.
Oh. You're like not with us. Not even on the map.
I don't have a super engine anymore.
I don't either.
I know, but you got going before I did. You got up to speed on the shoulder. I didn't.
I didn't get up to speed. I was coasting in 3 low.
More so than I did.
Well, whoever ordered yellow and red, they're gonna like their ketchup and mustard. I gotta pull in.
I don't have to.
I have to.
£80,763.
$85,690.
So ketchup weighs more. Haha. What is this guy doing?
Might have to just shoulder it and get out of here. I often use shoulders as merge lanes because this game has a surprisingly terrible merge lane situation.
the agricultural inspection, you better not cut me off.
That guy's on his phone. Come on, man. Or his iPad.
Truck driver ahead of me looks like he might take out some pylons.
What? Not even close.
I was really close.
It
Literally
was
about
not
an inch.
that close, John. Okay.
As long as an inch is not that close.
It was
Or
more
our
than an inch.
screens have different things going on.
Even an inch is fine. I've been closer to stuff than that in real life.
Still, it is close.
It's only close if you don't know what you're doing.
Even if you know what you're doing, it's close.
I refer to close as nearly hitting something.
1 inch is nearly hitting something when you're a big vehicle.
Not if you're watching it and you can see what you're doing.
It's still close whether you're good at it or not.
It was like the time I pulled the transfer truck into the back gate and some doofus parked right in the way and was loading up styrofoam. And I had enough room. Went around him, slow, was watching my mirror. I was about a foot from him. And then he went inside and complained that I nearly hit him.
Which was silly because you knew what you were doing, but you were close.
No.
Maybe you weren't too close, but you were close. And if you disagree, then I don't think you
refer to
understand.
close as a close call.
Well, then you're not listening to me. I said close. I didn't say close call.
Yeah, but I just said I refer to close as a close call.
Well, then you're using
how I look
English
at it.
wrong.
I don't think you understand English. You're just too into your German. You're starting to forget how English works.
Why is this thing so slow? It's just gutless.
Because you're driving a semi-truck and you're pulling 62,000 pounds or something.
Normally I have no problem keeping up with you guys, but you're in a different county.
Yeah, get better at shifting and planning your stops and not actually stopping, I guess. I don't know.
I did all of that the best I could, okay?
And also, like, for me, when I'm waiting for somebody, the moment I see them on the map, I'm already moving because...
Well, yeah,
It's a
I wasn't
long
waiting for
accelerator.
somebody. I was right behind you at the
So then what did you
inspection.
do wrong?
Nothing.
You have the same engine as me. This is why this isn't making sense.
No, it doesn't. I
Is
feel like it was
your
fast.
gas
yesterday.
pedal has a dead zone and you haven't accounted for it?
No, I have. I was thinking maybe my clutches stopped working again.
Well, I can actually hear your truck now. That's nice.
I'm flooring it.
What gear are you in?
6 below.
Okay, I was in 6 high. Maybe I was using a little bit more of my torque. Okay, now I'm going to be way behind because I slammed on the brakes. Because Daniel lagged and it freaked me out. You can pull in if you want, Joe. There's enough room.
Alright.
I think the C16 is definitely a sweet engine. It, like your truck, I could actually hear it this time. Instead of the other day when you had the other engine, where I could hear it if I was listening for it and I was in exterior view.
Yeah, huh?
Your According to the stats, this is my favorite truck.
According to the stats, this is my favorite truck.
I don't even own a Peterbilt.
I almost only own Peterbilts.
I own Volvos, like a lot of them, and then I think a couple Internationals, and then a Kenworth. Oh, and a Mack.
I think I have a few used Volvos Internationals, and maybe one other brand, but mostly Peterbilts.
Even your used trucks are mostly Peterbilts?
Yes.
Oh, I've never found a Peterbilt for a good price. The Volvos are always the cheap ones.
Yeah, I have a few Volvos, a few Internationals.
I have mostly Volvos.
I actually have a pretty nice International 9900i. Because I was driving it when my game was crashing, and I like dunk 180,000 into it or something stupid. It was dumb.
How would you? Is it even possible to sink that much into it?
I think I actually sunk 80,000 because 180 sounds a lot. That's what I remember, but it doesn't sound right. Does
That's how much our garage costs.
it? Probably what I'm thinking of, if I'm being honest with myself. I think I might hit 20,000 miles on this thing tonight.
Yeah, it's not the same look. They're not all your miles.
I knew you were gonna say some stupid thing like that. So what do I gotta do, buy a new truck?
Yep. You screwed it up by letting Orca drive your other trucks. Just so you know, I'm not trying to pass you on the shoulder. I just didn't feel like slamming on the brakes.
I didn't even notice. I was not looking at that right mirror.
Well, you should be. What kind of a driver doesn't look at their mirror? I'll tell you what kind. A Swift driver.
One whose peripheral vision is terrible.
Your peripheral vision?
Because their goggles only have a 110-degree angle of view.
John, I have
Human
about
vision is like 140.
I have about a 12-degree angle of view.
I can pass.
No, I think a monitor's like 50 degrees or something like that. I cannot pass.
It honestly depends on your. I can pass. It depends on your
How
field of
close
view.
you are to the monitor, I guess. Oh, and the fob, right.
How close you are to the monitor makes no difference whatsoever.
I forgot exactly how that works. Can you
really
pass,
wrong.
Thomas?
Yes, I said I could.
Of course I can't. Oh, of course there's some doofus in the way.
Two of them.
Why did he stop and then pull forward and stop again? Like, that's realistic in real life, but you don't have to do that in ATS.
Stopping isn't realistic, unless there's a problem and he has to pull in.
85, 505. The one, Dan? I figured out what I was doing wrong with this truck. It only revs to 2,000. And my old one, it revved to 2,500. So I keep trying to rev it to 2,500 and I'm sitting on the rev limiter at 2,000 for half an
Watch
hour.
that car. Ooh, is that a Tesla? Hope it is. There's an upside down car in the right lane.
Oh wow, that's a Buick SUV.
bad day.
Yeah, so the 5-ton revs to 2,500. The crane revs to 2,000. And a certain driver of ours has revved it way past that, and then was surprised when I told him that it's actually only supposed to rev to 2,000.
Was that before it blew up?
Yes.
Oh, so it didn't just happen when he was driving. He actually caused it in the first place.
Well, it at one point we were headed to Christian Valley together. No, to Christina Lake actually, 2 hours away. And it was a huge order. Both trucks were full, and I was behind him. And suddenly his truck made a weird noise, and a bunch of blue smoke puffed out of the pipe randomly as he was braking down a hill. And he apparently had it revved to 2,200 RPM.
That's when it went all wrong.
When that happened. And that was like months before it actually blew up.
Yeah, but he probably blew a piston ring or something, and then from then on it was severely not happy.
Probably, yeah. Either way, I don't think the fault is with Cummins. Okay, you're majorly cutting me off here. You wouldn't have hit me, but...
I'm not moving yet. I was waiting for you to give me the go-ahead.
Yeah, you do have the go-ahead now. I've given you space.
Thank you. This road has had a lot of weight on its shoulders.
Will somebody ever just say something and you just don't even know how to respond? It's just
Come on, that was a good pun, man.
You're a good pun. You know, people like to complain that semi-trucks wear down roads, but what they're forgetting is, sure, they weigh a lot more, but guess what? They have way more wheels touching the ground and way more surface area on those wheels than a car. So the weight per square inch of rubber is not that much different than a car.
That's the whole reason why there's laws about how many axles you have per how much weight you're carrying.
Exactly. And the big problem with why roads do wear down quickly, it's more of a, depends on where you are, but in British Columbia anyway, the highways aren't very thick. They're like 4-inch asphalt as far as I'm aware.
Well, and then also freeze-thaw cycles cause a lot of the cracking you see in a highway.
Well, during springtime, when the ground's wet, there's a lot of back roads that have a 70% axle limit for trucks.
Yeah.
If trucks go on them, they can only legally carry 70%.
Yeah, I mean, a fully loaded truck is still going to carry more pounds per square inch on the tires than most cars, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a little bit more if you actually do the math, but it's not by that much. Also, the math gets complicated when you start trying to figure out the tire size.
Yeah, but let's just assume that a truck tire has about double the contact patch of a car, right? Approximately.
Yeah, maybe.
So, and how many wheels does your crane truck have?
Crane truck has 10 wheels.
10 wheels. And how many pounds can it carry?
Well, it weighs 40,000 empty and it can carry 20. Nice move.
I was waiting until I was far enough ahead of that car that I wouldn't hit him.
So 60,000 is the heaviest it can be.
Okay, so 60,000 divided by 20.
Where are you getting 20 from?
I'm doubling up 10 because it has twice the contact patch of a car.
Okay, so that'd be 3,000 pounds per wheel.
Yeah, and my car barely weighs over 3,000 pounds. And it has 4 wheels.
Okay, but I think the contact patch is a lot bigger. The front wheels on the crane are a 425. That is how wide they are. And not only are they way wider, they're way longer. Like they're bigger surface area, meaning more touches the ground.
Right, but not a whole lot more does. It's still a circle, and only the apex of the circle sits on the ground.
Not
of course,
true.
with the weight on it, it squashes it down a bit.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
I still think that you're probably about double contact patch.
Yeah, it's more, but at the same point, the roads just aren't built very tough.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is the truck also carries more weight per tire.
But a truck doesn't wear down a road that much more than a car does.
But it does.
I
It's
don't
not
think
that
it
much.
does.
Well, it obviously would. It's a lot more weight per square inch, as we just figured out.
It's not, though.
We just proved it. Like, even if you make that 3 times the contact patch, I don't think it's that much, but even if you did, even if you made it 4 times, let's say we double it, so now it's 1,500 pounds per wheel.
Your car weighs 3,600 pounds. It doesn't weigh 3,000 pounds.
Okay, but it weighs 3,600 pounds divided by 4.
Okay, that's one little car. Think of what is 90% of traffic. It's these big honking SUVs that weigh 5,000 or 6,000 pounds. So maybe your
Jeep. Get out of here, dude.
Okay, can we talk? Why are you trying to hit him? Just be
I'm not.
reasonable.
No, he started it. Way back there when the lane was ending.
Okay, so back to what I was saying. Small cars maybe are a lot easier on the roads than trucks. But 90% of traffic is pickup trucks and SUVs. And those weigh a lot more with the same number of wheels.
But a truck, so even if we take what my estimate is and double it, the truck still carries more than double what my car does.
That's only if the truck is carrying a maximum capacity load.
Right. Anyway, all I'm saying is even in a worst case scenario, the truck still carries more weight per square inch than the car or SUV.
No,
Might be-
not,
might
not
not
or
be-
SUV. Okay,
Even
so
the
let's,
SUV.
let's even this out, okay? Let's take the truck without a load.
Well, of course,
your
if you
car,
take the 2 extremes.
your car didn't have a load when you said the weight. You didn't go by the GVW of your car.
Well,
You went
my
by
GVW
the gross
isn't
weight.
very much.
Okay, let's take gross weight here for fair comparison. With a fully loaded, with suitcases and people, your car could weigh over 4,000 pounds, John. Okay.
I think its GVW is, or like its max weight above what it weighs is like 400 pounds. It's abysmal.
Which would make it weigh about 4,000 pounds. Anyway, so the truck empty, the crane truck, weighs 40,000 pounds. And 90% of the time, the load we have on it is between 3,000 and 6,000 pounds, so it doesn't make that big of a difference. Anyway, so let's take that number, 40,000, and divide that by, I guess, 20, because we're saying double the contact patch. And what do you get? You get 2,000 pounds per whatever size of surface area of rubber that is. Now you take a big truck or SUV, or not even a big one, just your average truck or SUV, they weigh 5,000 or 6,000 pounds. So that would be 1,500 pounds per wheel. That's only 500 pounds more per wheel on the truck. And now you can put a lot of weight in the bed of a pickup truck. Make it weigh a lot more.
I still think at the end of the day, on average, a truck will carry a bit more weight per square inch than most vehicles.
More. It's not a big difference, though. Not enough that trucks are solely responsible for wearing down the roads.
And if you go back, you'll notice I'd mentioned that most... I mean, I did mention that it might not be very much, but that it is more.
Roads are worn down by constant use.
How many miles do we have to destination?
37.
27.
Sorry, how many?
27.
Oh, good. I only have 116 miles of range left.
Anyway, so roads are worn down by constant use, not by trucks specifically. Look at the roads in town that trucks never touch. They're in worse condition than the highways. Now, true, if the highways never got replaced like the roads in town, they would be a lot worse. But they get used the most. That's why they have to get replaced the most. It's high traffic road.
Obviously high traffic is going to affect it. But
No, but my point is roads get worn down horribly that trucks never touch.
of course, I never said that they
Trucks
did.
are not responsible for wearing down the roads.
All I
It's a
said,
silly argument.
and I've never agreed with that either. All I
Okay.
said is
Good.
that trucks are more responsible than cars, even if by only a very small amount.
Except for
And,
that they're not. Because you have to remember how many cars are on the road compared to how many trucks are on the road.
Right, but if you take one truck and one car, the truck is more responsible than the one car, although it doesn't matter because the truck is getting 20 times as much work done.
Exactly, but the argument was, that I've heard from certain people, is that trains are better than trucks. You should use trains instead of trucks, and I disagree with that.
I see.
Imagine how clogged up the railways were, and how many railway crossings you'd have. How many more train accidents. When a train accident happens, it is horrible. And it can stop up production for weeks, months. It's way worse. There's a reason why they stopped using it. And trucks are not responsible for wearing down the roads because they're about 10% of the traffic on a major highway, and they don't weigh that much more per square inch of rubber on the road. Therefore, if you were to get rid of the trucks and replace the trains, the road wear problem, it would barely change.
It would change by 20%.
Which isn't much.
That's a
In the
lot.
scheme of things. Yeah, but now trying to transport all the freight by train is ridiculous.
No, actually, it works very well for many countries.
No, that's not true.
That actually is true.
Name a country that doesn't have trucks.
You can name countries that rely more on trains and do perfectly fine doing so.
You can rely more on trains, but they still have a million trucks around.
Oh, Daniel! You just drove over the hood of that Mercedes. I think I'm going to do the same thing if I'm being honest. And right in front of a cop, too. No, I missed the Mercedes.
So, John, I don't think there is countries that rely more on trains than we do. Like, it's not adding up here. Name a country.
Germany.
Okay, and what makes you think they rely on trains more than we do?
Because they're famous for their train network.
Okay. Sure, they have a few famous tracks. I bet you we have more tracks. We have a lot of train
We
tracks.
have more miles of tracks, but they have more
exact
tracks.
valley. Not in this valley we don't have a lot of trains, but most of Canada has a lot of trains.
Not near. The U.S. also has a lot more trains than Canada does.
No. Well, obviously because they have more population, but like as far as their infrastructure compared to how many trains they have, I don't think it's more than Canada.
You could definitely make wild assumptions, that's for sure.
Well, that's what you just did. I'm sorry, if you're allowed to do it, but I'm not. Is that what this is?
That's correct, because my assumptions are more correct than yours due to my superior intelligence.
You may have superior intelligence, but I have
But-
so much intelligence it outshines the superiority of your intelligence.
So Dan, are you going to name this live stream the debate on whether trucks damage roads or not? You got to get in here and argue this with us, Dan, because Thomas and I have no clue what we're talking about, so you might as well be one more person that has no clue what they're talking about.
No, but you have this idea that Canada doesn't use trains because you don't see them in a Soyuz.
Canada uses trains. I never said that. Anyway, I think maybe we're done this conversation for now.
Well, because you lost. I see.
No, because I know Daniel doesn't like it when we argue for hours on his
We're not
live
arguing.
streams.
We're having a discussion.
Daniel might see it
Better
another
than
way.
silence.
All right, time to get some gas. Ah, you! Oh, right in front of me. Oh, I guess I should get gas instead of road raging on the Dodge Charger. Well, there's only one pump here.
What is this? Stupid rail yard. There's just a boat place. There's a boat place, isn't it?
Boat place. Little boat place. My best is 126 a mile, 31,000. 2 boom lifts. Back up the way we came though, which is kind of boring.
Did either of you make it to, or did you make it to level 20, John? I think Daniel's already
No,
there.
I didn't make it to level 20.
Why not? What's holding you up?
I almost made it, you know, I got a lot of XP, but I'm behind you guys, okay?
I have
Are you going to be hogging that pump for much longer?
Yeah, I was completely empty. It takes a second, okay?
Yeah, but
And
I
a
thought you
whole
were
lot
just-
quicker than a real truck.
Thought you were just looking at jobs.
No, I was looking at jobs before I was at the pump, and then Dan got out of the way, so I pulled up and did my business.
That's not very nice.
I have acid going from Oakland to Oxnard, 15k, 3.9 a mile.
That's not that good. What do you have, Thomas?
I have a Kenworth. I like it a lot.
You know what I meant. You funny little man.
I got solvents for 51 a mile, which is heading all the way back into Eugene, Oregon.
Well, mine's the best, 31,125 a mile, even though it's going back up to Reading.
Well, mine's going right. Oh, actually, no, I can't. You guys can't take this. Because, John, you can't take this.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Is there a way to disable it loading you into your garage 300 miles away when you upgrade it? $26,000 for an international. That is absurd.
Are we doing a job?
Yeah, we're doing my $125 one. Just rooting it. Rooting and tooting, yeah. And then it has to load me back into Oakland.
That was a nice conversation we just had. Good talk. You gonna chase the mean man in the Black Pete?
No.
Why not?
I bet this job expired. Those boom lift ones never have great timing on them. I should check it before I drive 1,600 miles. And yes, it had already expired. And got replaced by one that's 130 a mile, 48,000.
Do it.
Oh no, that I didn't click on Oakland. That's down in New Mexico.
Ah, in Mexico. Eh?
Oh, this is a good job. 75 a mile, 28,000, but it's something different. It's a big, like it's a dock crane on a triple lowboy, headed south into Barstow, California. So it's a direction we haven't gone.
Is it a heavy cheese stick muffin?
It is.
That means we won't be able to do it together.
What do you mean?
Because we'll have escorts and stuff.
Oh no, it's not one of those.
Oh.
It's like one step below that.
Okay. Hi.
I don't even think those show up in multiplayer, do they?
Probably not.
Well, it's exactly where we were. It just had me loop around.
Seriously?
Max.
Go.
Why aren't the dishes ready yet, Tom?
Oh, they were really late, like 9:12.
It's past that.
Oh, then they should be ready.
How many miles was this job, you said?
I don't remember. Halfway down California. So how long is California? About 1,000 miles. This job's probably about 500 miles. That's my super rough, probably entirely wrong math. Job is acceptable, by the way.
Why is traffic so slow here? Come on. Just do more cocaine and less weed, man.
We're in California. What did you expect?
Yeah, that's fair. But you know,
Right.
it would be a lot more dangerous, but if they did cocaine instead of weed, they'd be a lot faster at least. They wouldn't be slowing up traffic, you know? I'm gonna go do the dishes. Bye.
It'll be a bit delicate getting this thing out of here.
Oh yeah. Dan the man. $28,000.
Well, that was a weird. Oh, yes, that wasn't that weird.
Where art thou? Over yonder.
372 miles. I was way off with my 500 guess. I guess it was quite a bit less than half of California too, so. Gonna have to use this entire intersection to get out of here. Oh, great. The semi-truck has decided that I'm in the way, so he's just stopped with his trailer in the intersection. No, I'm definitely going to hit him. Yeah, I hit him. Became an impossible situation. Definitely wasn't in that guy's way either. Scrape along that wall because I couldn't have enough space. See how bad the damage is. 0%. I'll take it.
Ooh.
Did you have an interesting experience at that tight intersection as well?
I took out a construction cone.
Oh, that sounds a little better than me taking out a semi-truck. But the truck I took out was, the guy was an idiot. Didn't know how to drive. Oh, that's some good coffee. That I shouldn't be drinking this late, but oh well. I've alt-tabbed away, so let me know if you pass me.
Camp coming.
You get in the wrong lane. There's a cement wall here, and I wanted to start speeding up. Appreciate it. might go back to the engine that nobody can hear. I like having a really powerful truck. I've only just hit the speed limit. Plume of white smoke off to the left there.
Might be a factory.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Well, hello. Guess who's back? Thomas, the man.
Dan, you were right. It's a factory. Who would have guessed? I cannot believe the intelligence.
What the factory?
It's my weed factory.
Usually those are known as grow ops. I've been to a few. Turns out the folks who own them do like to buy things from Home Building Center from time to time.
We're gone.
Yeah, I've I figured you would be.
Have fun
okay.
around that corner. It's not the greatest.
When you crash on it, do you at least get teleported to closer?
Don't know.
Or do you get set back?
No, it's just a tangle corner. That tight corner there, I had a truck block the intersection and I had to work my way around him.
So you hit him.
Oh, I hit him. He pretty much pulled up to my truck and then got confused because my trailer was a little bit too close to his lane, even though it was still in my lane. So then he had his trailer sitting in the intersection, stuck because he thought I was in his way. And it was a whole thing.
He's some kind of moron.
That is how I would describe him, yep.
You see that meme where it was like science is always talking about the neutrons and protons, but they always forget about the morons.
Speaking of morons, there's a red Prius that came flying past me, and now they're like signaling in front of me, signaling back into the fast lane, back into the slow lane, back into the fast lane. They're not like 3 times now.
Cop just pulled out right in front of me. Anyway, it's a good thing you like Priuses, because otherwise that would
I
probably
don't
annoy you.
like them, especially this one. Just because I don't think the newest one looks ugly doesn't mean that I like them, okay?
You basically said in so many words that it's your favorite car.
You're such an idiot. Oh, now the Prius is slowing down. Speaking of idiots.
There's a fire truck just randomly parked angled across the ditch. Those the guys just sitting in it.
How are you today, my son? Baker's Field. Downtown Fresno.
That's not very fun. I only have 4% damage on my truck, but I have a check engine light.
Weird. Oh, you have to be kidding me. SUV signaled into me and glitched my whole truck out. Somehow I'm still driving, but I think I probably have terrible damage. SUV just rubbed all over my truck like it was trying to get friendly. 9% damage on the truck, 1% on the trailer. I guess it could have been worse. It came to a complete stop in front of me, so I go into the fast lane, and as I'm driving past him, he just goes into my trailer, then glitches up to my cab, like I'm just looking at the SUV there, and then glitches back down to the back of my trailer. It's very interesting. Really broke a merger for me, you know. Guess what? I'm at 9% no check engine light. Take that.
You must have less permanent wear, I guess? I don't know.
I recently rebuilt everything.
Really?
Yeah, it was only
So you-
$24,000, and
Oh,
it
you
was
just replaced everything. You didn't do a total.
yeah. I replaced everything, but it gets rid of the. There's
Yeah, and-
3 types of wear, right?
Yes, there is. There's
Red,
permanent
orange.
wear. There's component wear, and there's damage.
Yeah, so I got rid of all I had was 4% component wear, and I kept fixing the damage on top of that. And then when it went up to 5% component wear, I spent the 24 grand to turn it back down to 0. So my truck was 100%. I'm sure that was a while ago. That was like 3 nights ago, so it's probably working its way back up. But
I replaced my tires at one point, and then obviously the engine. I physically replaced the engine.
If you do an engine swap, does it reset the engine part of that?
Yeah, I think it does. I never confirmed that. I always just kind of assumed it did. And I think my engine was the lowest wearing thing when I looked, which is probably what gave me that opinion.
What's this shoulderness about? Did I even like a maniac foot?
Have we figured out what time we leave tomorrow?
7:30.
That's when we leave Daniel's house or our house?
Daniel's house. I think that's what we talked about, wasn't it, Dan?
7.
Oh, apparently we talked about 7.
You forgot.
I forgot.
John is a very forgetful boy.
I see that.
You can see John right now? That's kind of creepy.
Yeah, last time Dan was here, he put security cameras in my bedroom. This is the scenario where low is nice. On an
Heavy.
off ramp near the top with a fully heavy load.
So how much did these loads weigh? Let's see here. I'm curious about something. So this weighs 118,000 pounds. Plus my truck's about another 20, so I'm weighing it at about 140,000 pounds probably. And how many wheels do I have? Spreading out the weight. I have 12, 12, and 12. That's 36 on the trailer, and another 10 on the truck. So I have 46 wheels.
I can't move forwards.
You serious?
Even in low.
You having Daniel problems over here?
I am, and my clutch is working.
Field Bakers.
There's just not enough power.
Well, ain't that just fine, Sean?
It's like my clutch is completely worn out or something. Yeah, no, I am completely stuck. About to hit the truck behind me. Cannot get it to go forwards. I floor it and then dump the clutch, it moves inches at a time. Oh, I got it moving. Whew. And now it's doing a burnout. I think it might be a problem with the triaxle. It's like it can't get enough grip or something, or maybe it's drivetrain loss. I don't know. I'm thinking of going to a dual axle though. Doesn't look as cool, but it's more realistic for my level, and I feel like it would be better in those type of situations. Anyway, the way I got out of it, rev it right up, drop the clutch, and then that would give it just enough torque to move ahead an inch. And then I just kept doing that until it finally got enough momentum where I didn't have to keep doing that. Well, I remember this Bakerfield sign. Been under it a few times in this game.
Hey John, so I did some calculations here. So this rig that I'm driving right now weighs 140,000 pounds. I have 46 wheels. That equates to 3,000 pounds per wheel. A Ram 2500 with 4 wheels and a full load in the bed weighs 10,000 pounds. 2,500 pounds per wheel, and those are much smaller wheels.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it.
So the weight per square inch of rubber is probably more on that Ram truck with the load in it than this loaded Kenworth.
Right, but most passenger cars are not nearly that. So
Passenger cars, no. But people are always going to be moving their fridges around and things like
look at everyday traffic. It's one person in a vehicle, and that's it. That's 90% of the cars on the road. So that's
Most
what
of
we're
the time,
comparing
yeah.
to.
Don't forget the banana bunch.
Oh yeah, the banana bunch.
Well,
Can't go
let's-
anywhere without
you know
a
what?
bunch of bananas.
Let's bring electric cars into this. They probably have more weight per square inch of rubber than a loaded semi-truck.
Of course they do.
Electric cars are stupid. Let's not talk about electric cars.
I think, you know what, I'm going to start an idea here. I think electric cars wear down roads quicker than semi-trucks.
Of course they do, because they weigh a
Than
ton.
gas cars for sure. Oh, hey there, bud. How's it going?
Well, we've already discussed this on. Semi-trucks are barely more than gas cars. Electric cars are just like way more, like they're just like stupid.
What do you think of this lane?
It's not.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Hey John, I got an idea for you. Why don't you follow the law?
Well, what's that? What's a law? Never heard of those before.
It's a thing that keeps the country in order.
Well, some of those are nice.
Most of them are very effective and good.
It's
that they're
starting to
there.
rain here, son.
A lot it is. Tons of traffic, rain, sunset. I have to say my poor little 2080 Super there is struggling to shove all that into 2 screens slapped in my face.
Is that
When
Kyle?
are you gonna get a new potato?
4070 Ti at some point, but it's just stuff that's been more important to me.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, I wanted a 40 series at one point too, but
4070 Ti is $1,100, brand spanking new, and is more powerful than a 3090 Ti. It's like a no-brainer performance.
is this the
thing.
corner you guys are talking about?
No, it's the one right after you leave the shop. There's a really tight corner that when traffic gets embangled, it's
Okay, John.
not fun.
Oh, okay. I do remember that one. I drove in the ditch a little bit with my front wheel around that corner and made it fine, but the I think your clutch is acting up again. I think that's why you had a problem.
I went and looked at it. Clutch is fine.
Yeah, something's not fine, okay? Because I just started on that hill in one low, no problem. And if I can do it, you can do it.
Well, this thing has felt gutless all night. So yeah, I definitely think something's wrong, but I feel like maybe some something's wrong with my engine.
Nope. Not unless you bought the wrong engine. But that doesn't happen in this game.
Well, what else is wrong? My throttle and clutch in-game are fully depressing the pedal the amount it's supposed to. I'm in 5 low, struggling to go up this hill.
I like depressing my pedals. I look at them and I tell them that nobody loves them.
The moon. Big moon, big sky, tumbleweed. I once met a tumbleweed. His name was Tumble.
Oh wow, there's like a whole flock of tumbleweed that just went across the road in front of me. Finally get caught up to Dan, and he's slowed down for a car.
My mouse is in the middle of the street. Your mouse is happy as can be. Really?
Got back up to speed limit, caught up to traffic going 30.
Road work ahead? I sure hope the road works ahead.
I made that joke yesterday, okay? You gotta wait longer before it's fresh.
I never heard you make that joke yesterday.
Oh, you
That
were
joke-
doing the dishes, that's why.
That joke came from the TikTok, I think.
I think I saw it on an Instagram reel, which is totally different than TikTok, so...
Whoa! Excuse me.
On International PT Cruiser.
got an idiot doing something idiotic here. Doofus is trying to merge, I think, and he can't figure out how to drive. Slowed me right down. Frustrating when that happens.
Especially when you're pulling 140,000.
Well, pulling 118, but I weigh about 140, I think. I haven't actually had to stop at a scale yet. Hasn't been any scales to stop at.
Yeah. We're 25 minutes away and we haven't been at a scale.
This is the perfect load for, or the perfect route for illegally heavy loads.
Speed limit 70?
Oh no!
I had no idea such a speed limit existed in California.
Barstow.
Maybe you're not in California.
Oh, it's still 55 for trucks. That was only for cars. Barstow is our destination.
So I wonder, in those, in the states where they have truck speed limits and car speed limits, what defines a truck?
Alright, try not to stop too long here. I don't feel like struggling with the hill again. Thank you.
No problem, man. Oh, Danny boy, I love you, my son. Uh-oh.
What, did you drive too far or something?
Forgot what gear I was in.
Are you a fully floating gear and freak now, Dan, or you still clutching it?
There's once in a great while, but I'm fully floating gears.
You do float gears? That's what you said most of the time?
Yeah.
Nice. Definitely the way to do it.
Yeah, I just turn it to automatic, and that's just, I drive automatic.
As long as you don't use real automatic, though, and you use arcade.
Yeah, I do.
Hold on the brake, it goes reverse. Yeah, good. Yep, that's the way to do it. That's how you know you're a good driver.
I didn't want to be caught doing that whole fake floaty gear thing.
Yeah, it's like so unrealistic to like change the gears and then like, yeah, it's just crazy. The other day I got to experience stop and go traffic while driving an 18 speed. You know,
Pleasant.
it can be a little bit annoying. I still would take it over an automatic, absolutely. But it's funny, you know, traffic just starts moving a little bit, speeds up, and I shift like 7 times.
Randy.
Randy.
Still not on level 20. So close. But if I drive down the road, it's better.
Chorgus muffin discovered.
My top is all gone, man.
When you get there, Dan, try and take up just one half of the service icon so that I can pull in beside you.
What if I don't like you?
Well, too bad. You're gonna have to get along with me. It's just the way life goes.
I don't like you. I don't like you.
Oh, John, you know, I did confirm that buying a new engine upgrades the thing.
Yeah. Well, right now I'm going to go see if I have more engine wear than I should.
No, I confirmed it.
No, I'm just wondering if I have a ton of engine wear.
I bought a new engine one time to fix an engine in a truck. Instead of repairing, just hitting the repair button, I just bought a new engine.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. How are you guys doing?
My tires are the only thing that has wear. So my engine is definitely not worn out. So why...
Robert L. Oh, how lovely.
So why can't this thing go up a hill?
Because you're a bad driver. And you know what?
It's an 8x4. I wish there was an 8x6.
Oh, that's your problem. Only for not all your wheels are driven.
2,500.
You're getting slipped probably then.
Thomas, what does the cat?
No, I should just get a 6x4 then and be done with it.
Like?
Or get an 8x6. Sorry, what were you saying, Dan?
What does the cat C15 sound like?
It sounds nice, but a little bit more crude sounding than the C16. A little bit less refined. Not quite as high quality of a sound, but it's still good sounding. I rocked that engine for like 10,000 miles in this truck.
How's the Jake brake?
It's pretty gnarly.
Might have to do that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, John, don't hit me when you back out.
I'm gonna try an engine I haven't ever tried. The Packard MX-13 680 chip tuned, 680 horsepower, 2,500 foot-pound of torque. It's more powerful than what I have in now.
The old found Pete of Torxicuse.
Who knows? It might sound good.
Ooh. That's got some sick turbo.
Oh, youngest. In my way, John. Whatever happened to you asking Daniel to take half the thing, and now you're like taking the whole thing.
It reset me.
Well, why did you do such a thing?
I don't think you guys can hear this probably. Whoa!
Sorry, I did not see you. I was in number 7.
I just fixed it!
I just fixed mine.
Man! That it sounds kind of cool. I'm gonna give this thing a go for a bit.
Alright, I've got 2% wear on my engine and 1% on my transmission. That's it.
3% damage because some idiot wasn't watching where he was going.
The three amigos meet once again.
Well, shall we do one more load? Or do you think it's too late?
What time is it?
10.
10? Anybody have a really short load that's good?
Well, you're not level 20 yet, so I don't even need to look at my loads.
I got one that's 3 hours, 20 minutes. Would take us to the coast. Oh, to LA. We do not want... Only other thing that looks halfway decent is $60 a mile, carrying a school bus down to Yuma.
I've got a wheel loader out to St. George, Utah. That's a way we've never been. Like that,
Yeah, that's too far for me.
No, it's not.
Oh, how many miles is it?
309.
Oh,
You can do up to 400, I believe.
my longest drive is 381.
Or I have a slightly shorter load, a Case IH Magnum, an old one actually. 189 miles down to San Diego.
Let's see what I have.
Let's do that, because I want to keep it short, because it is late. You know, just something to test out my new engine.
Well, this expires in 29 minutes.
Go get it. And Dan will let you know if you find something better in the meantime.
Okay.
It's a tube grinder going to Bakersfield.
Yeah, we just came
were
from
just in there.
Bakersfield.
Okay, I'll stay here to get the job.
It's just at Lieber. Just take a left, drive down the road, and then take a right at Lieber.
This engine is sick. Oh yeah. The turbo is nuts.
This one is, feels like it's got some decent oomph, but the Jake isn't very great. The idle startup sound and the engine sound are great. They're really nice. I like them quite a bit. Nice tractor, I like it.
Yeah.
Who do I select? Thomas?
It doesn't matter.
A Case Magnum. Target
What's that?
Barstow to San Diego. Daddy boy, oh, I love you, my son.
Nice little park job there, eh, bud?
Yeah, I thought it was nice.
My mouse is in the middle of the street.
You're
Oh, you
gonna
gotta be
take
kidding
out a
me.
Subaru. I'm trying to figure out what you're trying
I'm gonna park beside you. Stupid Subarus.
to... Now, how dare he just drive down the road? What a...
I know, right? Just in my way, you know, I can't believe he was in my way like that. I'm gonna hit that tree. I think I'm good. Perfect. Love it. How's it going?
Good.
Some sweet sidewalk ornaments.
Uh-huh.
Way cooler than any plaque or tree or anything like that.
Two best trucks ever made.
Also, if you'll notice, I went to dual axles.
Nice.
So 6x4 now instead of an 8x4.
Blah. Oh, he just hit the quad track guy.
Oh no. I'm stuck now.
Man, that's why you don't park on the sidewalk. I can't believe you would do that.
Completely stuck.
You can't even go out the way I went out?
No, but I'm too close to the tree that direction. I just
right.
tried and I damaged my load on the tree. Oh, and now the ambulance backed up and now an SUV got stuck on the quad track.
Yeah.
This is just an absolute... there's a word for it that I don't feel like using because it's rude, but... Oh, now the ambulance is backed onto the sidewalk and then the truck crashed into the ambulance. And I still can't quite fit.
Well, something weird has happened on the highway and we're all stopped now, so that should make you feel better.
Oh, and now I hit somebody. That was such a pile up. I'm finally on my way.
Ah, there's a truck up here that's a jackknife with a
Case
combine.
Case
Combine, an axial flop.
combine.
Is your shoulder clear?
Nope. Far left lane is the way to go.
Oh, except for all the cars did that too.
Oh, that was close. A car rear-ended a semi-truck. Good thing I was watching, or else I would have been part of it. Right into the left end. Right in the back. If you see a car sitting there, that's the problem.
Yeah, he was, and then I went to go around him in the right lane, and then as soon as I was about to go around him, he turned right into the lane I was in, and I had to veer onto the shoulder. In the truck lane? How dare you?
Don't need to. Going too fast for that.
I think you have to be.
He's lost his mind.
my spaghetti entertained. I've been driving slow for a while, going 40 miles an hour. Oh, you just appeared on my map. I'm in the middle lane, so we can get in the fast lane to get around me.
I'm right wind.
How fast are you going?
Speed limit.
The right lane, you said, Dan?
Don't turn into me.
I can't see anything because someone's got their high beams on behind me.
My beams aren't high.
Mine aren't.
You can complain way too much there, John Boy.
Okay, well, my interior went white and I couldn't see anything.
It was snowing.
So I wasn't even... Yeah, it was totally... No, and I think it was the power of your two low beams combined became brighter than just one set of high beams. Anyway, the entire interior of my truck got so bright that it was just black outside and I couldn't see where I was going.
Why did Thomas take off?
He was mimicking me, I think.
I needed to unleash my power. I was feeling very held back.
And Dan's just been going the speed limit like an old grandpa all night.
I'm not a lawbreaker like you are.
Yeah, I've seen different.
We've seen some things, yeah, and you can't convince us of that.
Ooh, speed limit 65.
What?
Oh,
No,
no.
it's 55.
That's for
Yeah,
traffic.
right after that it said trucks 55. Stupid California.
There's a building on my right with huge lights in it.
I don't think the lights are that big. I just think there's a lot of them, if I'm being honest.
What's this guy doing?
It's a lot of hotels or apartments or whatever those are.
It's my Pro Bass shop.
Sounds like a big shop.
Sounds like a big ripoff of Bass Pro. Pro Bass.
No. It's the wish.com version. Well, these guys are going slow because there's this slow Kenworth here.
Oh, you really are going slow, aren't you?
You're
I thought it would
glitching.
take more than...
You're glitching out for me. You're laggy.
get in the right lane. Am I good?
No.
How about now?
Now you are. One thing we learned from a few days ago is don't listen to John when you're in a spaghetti interchange.
Yep.
One time, guys. One time.
There's been a few.
I've been right. Yeah, there's been a lot of times I've been right. Just one time
No, you've been wrong half the time.
nope,
Yep.
been wrong. Never but once.
Beg to differ.
It was
Oh, I beg to differ.
So you sound like farting a jar, Martin.
Well, that's who I am. So that's good.
I gotta show you that if you haven't seen it.
No, I have not seen something that you're referring to.
It's special.
Alright, I gotta stop on this hill and see how this engine does.
Well, you're also carrying way less weight. Let's start with that.
Yeah, that was way too easy.
San Diego.
Man, I love the chassis twist this thing gets.
The Kenworth is the best for that, I found, because it's one of their recently updated trucks with the Kenworth 100-year anniversary thing. And so the cab is actually simulated suspension separate from the hood. You actually see a lot of movement in the hood when you're driving this, when you're going over bumps and stuff, which is very realistic. Have you thought about driving a W9, John?
Oh yeah, a lot. So I just didn't want to drive the same truck as you.
You're driving the same truck with Dan, and you have been for years.
That's true. You know, maybe I should buy a W9 next. But then I would lose my miles on this one, but...
You already did.
I put most of these miles on here, okay?
Ooh.
It's kind of close there.
Hit the wall.
I seen that. So people are still 55 here.
Interesting. I feel like it isn't in real life.
Yeah, this seems kind of fast for this road.
Definitely.
A little too carried away with their 55-mile-an-hour blanket speed limit.
Yeah, school zones, 55 miles an hour.
For trucks, cars are 30. Love this engine, hate its Jake brake.
Hush, mop. Chinese takeout. Is that where you're going to take out Chinese people? They probably appreciate that, you know? Getting taken out to dinner and whatnot.
Why? Because they normally don't?
Yeah, well, normally nobody takes them out, but you go to the Chinese takeout place, the Chinese people there get taken out.
That's starting to sound pretty bad. Oh man, that guy just got taken out.
What do you think? It's a martial arts place? Chinese takeout? You think they're taking out each other? They're doing martial arts?
Hold on. I'm gonna back in.
Bradley. Oh no.
Oh, 9.
Good thing I have a sleeper cab.
I'm gonna back in too. I think that was a good idea. Dan, you're gonna have to deal with the Polish people. There's some Poles standing right there. Whack! Told you those poles were standing there. Won't hit the whales now.
Well, the ship's coming in.
You see the amount of chassis twist this thing has in this thing, Thomas?
Your truck just kind of glitchily moves separate from your trailer and it looks really weird.
Oh, don't hit me!
What? Well, why did you pull right in front of him as he's driving down the road?
He was slowing down and then he sped up into me. Anyway, I didn't get a ticket for that because he was obviously his fault. I wish they had a good quality version of the truck that guy's driving. Oh, I got way too steered up there.
It's like watching a kindergarten kid play with his Zertels.
This is one of my worst backups in recent history.
Where are you headed?
Beside the green slag trailer.
There's no green slide trailer. Is it right beside the building where you're parking? In front
Yeah.
of the garage? Okay, that's where I'm parking. I guess since you guys did it, I should do the back end trend too.
I haven't been able to make it work too well. But normally I just like cruise in and like just. This time I am just being miserable today. Now I'm hitting the slag trailer. I'm about to give up. I've never had this much trouble trying to get a trailer in.
The John Martin I know does not give up unless he's hiking.
All right, got her. Level 20 at long last. Level 2 on long distance. Apply. And Dan, you should go and add your next level on the long distance. One level. Are you backing up there? I thought you were parking there, maybe. I was about to back in beside you. Where are you going, Dan?
We could all park in front of this bay that I'm in front of. Or is there stuff there for you?
There's a big trailer there for me.
What if I drive like this? Then
You're
is the
just
trailer
driving
still
through
there?
trailer. No. I mean, yes, it is. You're just stuck in the middle of the trailer now.
I dropped a load for $9 grand and I paid $9 grand in loan installments. Since I'm the different truck, I should park in the center to keep it symmetrical.
You get tight enough to Dan that I can fit between you and the forklift?
Probably. It's hard to tell exactly how I am.
I don't know if I'll fit beside that forklift.
Yeah, you will.
No, I'm hitting it now.
Problem is that Dan left like 16 feet between him and the wall.
There's something I'm rolling up on. Oh, I'm hitting the hit box of the forklift, so this is as far back as I can go. Oh, now Dan's moving. Well, I'm as close as I can get to the forklift, so I'm gonna...
Once Dan's parked, then I'll split the difference, I guess. Is that it? You parked?
Yep.
So to get into a W900, it's a base price of 121,000. And of course I'd want the sleeper on there. And I'd want a decent engine in it.